this is early to tell, but I'm in my 50s, so I'm starting to get understanding of the early part of my life and how it played into what I'm doing now. And it's very interesting. I just came to a realization. I start realizing a little bit a couple days ago, and then I start coming really into it today. But that's one of the reasons why in life you have to really work hard. You have to work hard even though you don't have it figured out. So in the beginning of my life, I've done things that were really hard. Like I went to school to get an education, which is really hard. I did sales for early part of my life, which was really hard, which is where you're dealing with rejection. I went through leadership training in some jobs that I've had. Even though I wasn't promoted, I still went through a leadership type of training, which is really helpful to me. I've done sales training. Even though I worked in sales, I've done sales training to get a perspective on sales. I've done speaking, where I've spoken at a group, a Toastmasters group for many years, and just kept speaking, and honing my craft with speaking, and then also you grow into yourself, where you get more confidence in yourself and who you are. And so this goes on and on, but the point is that your whole life you're building. You're building your whole life, and you don't always have an understanding what you're doing, but you want to be doing something. So if you don't understand, you want to be researching, so you want to be reading books. Read books that you're interested in. You start there. Go to seminars if you can afford it. That'll help you with there, but you can also watch seminars on YouTube. And answers that you need or want, you're pursuing it. If you have somebody that you trust, that you figure can help you, you get mentors along the way, you reach out to them and see if they can help you. Ask questions. And keep in mind, this is all stretching, it's all painful, it's difficult, it's uncomfortable, and you don't really have an idea where it's going, because there's never a guarantee, and that's why I like the teachings that some people have, and I try to live this way, but it's really hard to, though, when you're struggling sometimes, which is you have to be happy in your moments, and whatever your moments are, you look around, you say, okay, I'm happy, I have a place to live, I'm happy, I got a beautiful family, I'm happy, I have some income or whatever I'm doing, I'm happy, I have food, whatever it is, I'm happy, I'm healthy, this person is in my life, I'm happy. I mean, you have to look at your present situation in this moment right now and say, what I'm doing right now, I'm happy. Even though there's things in the future I want, and there's things in the past that have hurt me or I've had to struggle with, but in this moment, as I'm sitting here, everything is okay. But, and this may be early for me to say it, but as I'm looking into the future, and I'm not going to give a lot of details to spoil for myself what I want to do, because when you tell people really what you want to do, you take away from yourself sometimes. It takes away that motivation to do it. So I'm not going to tell you specifics what I'm going to do or what I plan to do, but what I will tell you this. So I look at all the things I've done, and I look at what seems like failure or setback or stall, but when I think about it, it really isn't, because it prepared me. The only stall is myself. Like, yeah, people won't acknowledge you sometimes for what you're doing, particularly if you're a person of color. They won't acknowledge you, they don't believe in you, they don't give you credit. That happens, and it feels like a stall. But at the same time, since you keep moving forward, since you keep developing a skill set, since you continue to work through your pain and disappointment, it may feel like a stall, but really you're building. All this is building. The sales experience I told you about, building. The speaking experience I told you about, building. Education, training, leadership seminars gone to, it's all building. And one day it'll come to a point, and I feel like I may be at that point now, which is the direction that I'm wanting to go in my life. All that I've done has prepared me and giving me confidence and competence to move in that direction. And to me, that is a fascinating realization where you sit there in your life and you think, I'm stalled. I wasn't recognized. I wasn't promoted. I wasn't valued. And somehow, because I kept pushing forward, or because you keep pushing forward, somehow it's not all for nothing. Somehow it works to your benefit. And it's an amazing realization. So the key I'm going to say to myself, but I'm going to say to you, is you really just got to keep pushing forward, learning, regardless if people recognize you, regardless if people promote you, regardless of what's going out there. You gotta keep, be cool where you're at, but keep pushing forward, push through all of it, because one day, all that you have developed for yourself is going to become clear to you. This is what that was for, and this is the direction that I want to go in now.